Hello. Thank y'all for tuning in. Those of y'all that are tuning in, we are doing this the same way we did this last week. We are recording this, and it's going to be released as a premiere for several reasons. One of which is the time difference between, Radio Jonesy and myself. He's about 12, 13, 14 hours, something like that different. I used to know it. I can't remember it now.
In the future.
And one of the reasons why I've got this background, of course, Tasmanian devil. Radio Jonesy suggested it. I totally agree. It's an awesome creature that everybody knows the cartoon of, or a lot of folks do. But what we're here to do today is to shout out and show our appreciation for particular channels. These are wonderful people that both myself and Jonesy, some of the ones that he's brought to the table, I've heard of. Some of them I hadn't, and I will be. I believe I've subscribed to all of them already. If I see one that I hadn't, well, I will be getting subscribing to, connecting with. And this is my co-host here, Radio Jonesy. Jonesy, you want to tell them a little bit about yourself?
Hello everyone. I'm just a sort of a semi-retired radio DJ. Play a bit of music, have a bit of fun, and live in Tasmania, which is the island at the bottom of the big island, which is Australia. And yeah, we have a lot of scenery down here, so I thought my channel would be a bit of a mixture of music and scenery with different places, beaches, cruise ships, all sorts of wildlife, the old paddy melons in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like little kangaroos. For those of you who don't know what a paddy melon is, it's not a piece of fruit. It's a little what do we call them? Just a little baby, small kangaroo creature. It's only found here in Tasmania and in Papua New Guinea, so they're quite rare. But yeah,
very cool. I know Devil Dog likes to refer to you as our third wheel, and truthfully, most of the folks that's going to be on, I would think most of the folks that tune into this probably already know you. But I'm very thankful for them coming in, and I'm sure I have no doubt that they won't know all the folks that you're presenting and you're bringing up. And if they follow you much, they'll know some of them anyhow.
Well, that'll be about right. Oh, need a drink.
There we go. The first one, well, it just so happens that all the folks I'm going to be presenting are members of the channel, and I am very appreciative of them. The first one that I'm going to bring up is one of the newest members. In fact, I think he is the newest member. This right here is the first shout out is for Butler Family Farm. His name is actually Jerry, and he shows up. He's been showing up for a while in live streams and what have you. He's
all right. Yep.
Let me just read his about page to you. Not a long one, but we are transplants from San Diego, California, moving to Missouri in 2006 on 116 acres. We bought in 2005. This is to be our golden age of our lives. We are located in Stark City, Missouri, P.O. Box 91, 64866. So if you want to send him something, you can. Right now, he's at 589 subscribers. He joined in 2021. I assume that means he started doing. Obviously, he didn't do any videos before that, and he's already got 92,420 views.
Nice.
There's a lot of folks that might make a big deal about that 420.
Yes. Especially in the music scene.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he does put up videos, obviously, and he got goats. You know, Tammy loves goats. We got three of them ourselves, but you know, he's got channels that he subscribes to,
Yeah.
uh, videos. You know, both the longer format and of course the shorts as well. I'm gonna have to watch it. I haven't seen that one yet. Baby goat walk. I do love baby goats.
Yeah,
Some
they're cute.
um, he's done three lives, and 10 days ago, 2 weeks ago, and 2 months ago. I wouldn't be surprised if he starts doing more of those. I think he's getting more comfortable, and he's you know he's got his own playlist. And thank you for checking out our channel. Please let us know what you think. So that was 3 weeks ago. I'll click like on that, and I I assume that these are the ones that he subscribed to. And
Yeah. Well, he's picked. You can have your favorite sort of channels, subscribe channels. But yeah, nice. I've,
uh,
I've spoke to Jerry, but I don't think I've connected with his channel.
really,
No, I spoke to him on the lives a few times.
okay,
He's been on the lives, and you know how people just pop on and pop off, and you sort
yeah.
of
Oh yeah, he's actually been on panel a few times.
yeah.
And you can look up Butler Family Farm, or you could do his handle, which is Butler Family Farm 2005. If you can't find it under one, you should. But hey, with almost right at 600 subscribers, I'm sure he'll pop up. Sometimes there's when you're just starting out, sometimes they just won't pop up at all.
Yeah, I know that for a fact,
And,
personally.
you ready for your first one?
Yes, yes. Well, no worries. Yeah, my first one is an Australian mate who's Paddy Joe, and his channel is Paddy Joe's Cooking, and he's a very interesting character. He's uh, he's funny. He's got that sort of sharp wit about him, but he really makes some unusual dishes as well as some standards as well. But his channel, if you're looking for a bit of a smile and a bit of a laugh, yeah, he really does some interesting videos. And yeah, there's a comedian over here who, man, I reckon he could be his brother or his family member for sure, because gee, he looks like this comedian that I've mentioned to him. I've mentioned it to him a few times, and he says, "No, nah, I'm not related." But yeah, he's got some fabulous content. So if you're yeah, you want to have a smile and look for something interesting, there's always food reviews. Plus, he tries to make interesting dishes as well. So yeah,
Well,
and
just looking at 11 months, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. He's got 7 videos that are ranked at 11 months old. So, and you can tell he does put out quite a few videos.
oh yeah,
So,
and he's very funny and he's very witty, and I always get a laugh every time I watch Paddy put out a video. And and if you ever do catch him on a live, he's very funny as well.
well, shoot, we have to see if we can't get him to come over and, hop on some of our lives over
Yeah,
here.
yeah. I'll mention it to him.
And
And he's a lovely guy too. He lives in Victoria, which is our closest neighbour from Tasmania. So he's got the same similar sort of weather as what we've got here. So we sort of connected a few times over that. But yeah, lovely guy and a
seems
great
like
channel.
he seems just like the type of fella I'd like to get to know a little bit better. Um, I mean, if you're looking for consistent content, it looks like he's not putting out overwhelming stuff like I tend to do sometimes.
No, yeah, but he like he'd pick a subject. There might be some meal somewhere, and he'll try to make it himself, or there'll be a some sort of combination which seems outrageous, and he'll give it a crack and try it. And it sometimes they're fails and sometimes they're masterpieces. But he's a fun channel to watch.
Cool. The next fella I'm going to talk about has been doing this for a little while, but I've only, here in the last couple of months, I guess I met him over at the Hapsters maybe, or he's from Mississippi. So he's actually a neighbor of mine, and I've actually met him in person, but he was at work at the time. We hadn't had a chance to sit down and have a cup of coffee or anything yet, but he's a great guy. Let me go through and tell y'all about Shooting Star Mississippi. Currently, he's at 2,006 subscribers, and he does pretty good bit of content. A lot of what he does is live streams.
Yeah.
He tends to be on fairly late as well. I know, we are. I tend to be, whenever I go on, I tend to go on pretty late. And they do some karaoke stuff and very entertaining. And he's got a lot of great people that are in his channel as well. That show up very regularly and big supporters for him. And he's done a few shorts. And he works not too far from me. And he works at the Walmart, and I've actually been able to see him a couple times.
Nice.
Shouting out on his channel, on his community tab.
Oh wow! Yeah.
And on his about page, it says, "Welcome to my simple channel. Please come in and join me and others who come here to have a good time with a lot of laughter and down to earth fun and entertainment. A merry heart does good like a medicine. Please like, comment, and subscribe." And there's a thing where you can get his, beautiful picture there as well.
Yeah.
For his
nice waterfall somewhere.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's somewhere in Mississippi, but I don't know. I hadn't asked him about that yet. And I do talk with him from time to time. I just and when I like to go into his lives and sometimes listen. You can tell that they're enjoying themselves when they go through it, and it's not always karaoke, but it is. It is
it's good.
pretty regular.
It's good to have a fun channel where you go in there and a lot of fun things happening. People are, they mightn't be the world's best singers, but they're all out there having fun, singing a bit of songs, and some of them really surprise you as well. So
that's true. There, you hear some beautiful voices out there.
You certainly do.
Fact is, he's got people that come in there from all over the world. That's pretty cool. I went ahead and pulled up your next one. I have no idea. I try to keep on pace just because, I don't want to leave anybody out. And sometimes I think maybe that means I go a little quickly by some of them. But and I'm sorry if I don't do one or the other justice. But we've got quite a few things to go through. So
right.
This is somebody that you've recommended.
Yeah, this is Sean and Alana's. They do Down Under cruises. So what this channel is all about is for people wanting to cruise in New Zealand and Australia. They talk about the cruises. They've cruised themselves. And it's just like a big community of people having a good time. But what I'd really like to say is what they actually do. They've set up a charity, and it's called Helping Hands for Cruising. And what they do there is when they find somebody in need, they'll raise the money and get them people onto cruises. So they run a charity with I think there's a few other people in it now, I'd say, but it's called Down Under Cruises. They're good people, I do a live with Sean on Tuesday nights our time at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. But apart from that, he's sharp, he's witty, and he just does a good job. He does lives a few times a week, and he puts in these little videos of people that are having having a good time. You've got some good information there, Gary, about the helping hands.
Let's see here. Created in Melbourne, Australia, designed for Aussie and Kiwi cruiseaholics to impart knowledge and experience respectfully. Featured today, whatever it is. Merchandise link, Facebook, donations, PayPal, Linktree, partner channels, a group travel agent.
Yeah,
You know, I have seen them in quite a few, Victoria, Australia. I have seen them in quite a few chat rooms, or not chat rooms. I always think of them like chat rooms.
Yeah, I hear you. But no, and the young Kenneth from AKA the Ford Man. You know, he's changed his channel again, I think, his name, but they sponsored him on the cruise only a few weeks back, or a few months back, and he got his first sight of the ocean, let alone a cruise, and they do a great thing for disabled and people that you know, they get the people approach him and say, here's a cause over here, you know, could you help them? And they're in the process now of raising money for another 5 couples to cruise again. So but good cool people. Sean and Alana are at Down Under Cruises.
And right now, they are at 561 subscribers, and so there's a lot of room for growth there, and a lot of opportunity for folks to get to know them. You know, early on. Hey, I've done a little bit of fundraising for good causes, and that's tough work. You got to respect somebody that has that much stick-to-itiveness.
For sure.
So, many props to them. And I was already subscribed to them. I am familiar with them, but I'm thankful that you brought them to our attention.
They're good people, and they help the needy. And but if you've never been on a cruise, you can go to these channels and just have a look and just see what goes on behind the scenes and different places they get off and visit. It's quite entertaining.
I believe it. The now Southwest Jeff CPNI. This is kind of an interesting character.
Sure is. Yeah.
He's he knows a lot of folks. Very knowledgeable about music, and you can tell some of the stuff: Striper, Five Finger Death Punch, Ozzy, Def Leppard, Striper, Queensryche, and he's but it's not just about music as well. He also is involved in catching predators. The folks are trying to take advantage of the innocence, and there's a video there about trafficking, and he's got a shout out here for DJ's Cartoon Universe.
Yep. And, he's not a bad guitar player as well. So what I've seen a couple of his videos. But,
I did see that on his about page. There's not a whole lot of stuff: news, entertainment, and education. And there's a spot where you can pick up his email address if you'd like. But I was just watching this just a few minutes ago, where he's sitting down, and he's a good guitar player.
He's having fun. He's a huge AC/DC fan as well. I know that for a fact.
Well, you know,
We've
I am
chatted
as
about.
well. AC/DC, they started out down there in Australia, didn't they?
Sure did. Back in around 74, I think their first sort of gigs were.
And right now he's at 1.69 thousand. But I can attest the fact that he is approachable, and you know he can sit there. He'll sit down and talk with lots of folks. See him on, and he's out. I believe he's out in California, but he's which is where a lot of that stuff's happening. A lot of music scene. I would think. I've never been to California, so I don't know.
Yeah, we keep away from there when we tour as well. Actually, we don't. I'm just turning something off my system here.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah, yeah, I like sticking to Middle America.
Yeah.
I find the people friendlier.
I think that, I understand, but they, I think there's good people everywhere. It's just a question of finding them. And,
that's right.
Now, I was interested when I heard that you had this one coming to talk about.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite sort of bands. I've toured with them and had a great time with these guys. He's the Michael who runs the channel, Michael Barry. He's a songwriter with Paul Reed, the slide guitar player. And boy, I don't know how many videos they have in their catalog, but there is a ton of fun stuff in their catalog here.
Well, I could probably find out pretty quick. I mean, if you're interested.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they've got when the world was getting locked down, they went live with not on YouTube, on Twitch, I think it was. But yeah, they had a lot of fun. No, that's the Topic channel. That's the record label one.
All right. Well, it doesn't. I'm not seeing the other one.
Okay.
But
yeah,
I could probably find out if I took a little bit longer to do it. But
yeah, as you can see, just scrolling down, they've got like live recordings from the house. They've got really funny and cool music videos. That they're all the Downtime series that you see there, where they basically had the band in his house recording it and putting it out there live, and they were streaming on YouTube, on Twitch, on Facebook, and taking tips while there was no gigs getting played. But and through that, they've actually released an album. It's called the Downtime Series 1, I think it's called. But yeah, they've got 12 albums. Yeah, Storm Cellar, I think their website's www.stormcellar.com.au. And yeah, and their art, like their creativity with their music videos is fabulous. So you'll get to see some funny ones and some really good ones.
Yeah, you can see they've also got www.cdbaby.com/Storm Cellar.
Yeah, that's where you can buy their music. Yep.
And iTunes. And there's a link right there to
their website.
To their website.
Yeah, and they're great guys. Always answer, talk to you, and he's the same like Michael. He's not keen on making YouTube his priority. He's keen on getting his music seen and sold.
Sure.
So so that's like the idea of the channel. So it's just to
well, right now, if you want to make friends with a rock,
Man, a band
well,
that's toured 5 times in the US.
yeah,
Yeah.
a long time rock band. I know the first time. Right now, they've only got 267 subscribers, and if you ask me, that's what I call a golden opportunity. I mean,
Yeah.
the first. Now, granted, the first time I had ever heard of them was early on when you started uh, when you started being around here.
Yeah.
Hanging out with the community. Because don't you have a storm cellar poster?
Oh, it's where is it? There it is. There,
Yeah,
the black and white one. Yeah, and I think that's on that poster. It just says all the right things. A little bit of roots, a little bit of blues, a lot of country, and something for everyone, basically. Yeah, that was at a gig. That was a poster we took down from a. That was at a gig on the Central Coast.
very
And,
cool.
and after the gig, I said to the manager of the club, I said, "Hey, what's happening with the poster?" And he said, "Do you want it?" I said, "Sure do." And he just said, "Here you go, mate." Clipped it and rolled it up and take it home with you. And I said, "Thank you."
Very cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. The next one I'm going to bring up is going to be a longtime friend, and oh, just be
There's a
quiet,
long time.
Blake.
That's a long time friend. Oh,
Well, I was talking to Otis there. He tends to uh, be known as like he's wanting attention every now and again. But I'm gonna go through and bring up, everybody. There's a lot of folks that know Des. She's been a great supporter for a long, long time, and it hasn't been that long. She's actually started doing live streaming, and she obviously, ladies a bit of this and that, and haulers, crafters, decorators. She does, supports a lot of folks, and I'm very pleased to have her as a friend.
she's the peaceful snowflake.
Yeah, she doesn't get political or anything like that, and I stay away from. I try to stay away from politics. Every now and then I get dragged into some conversation, but because of the fact that it's so divisive,
Yeah.
um, it's and there's Devil Dog with his little hoodie on.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's obviously a staple in the community that we have here. But if there is somebody that doesn't know her, I'm going to recommend that you. Well, obviously, I'm going to recommend you get to know her, and check out her channel. Um, a lot of what she does is lives. I don't. She's got a few videos, not a whole lot.
Yeah.
Um, 6 months, 5 months, 4 months, 3 months. So it looks like she's putting out. She was putting out one a month. It looks like two a month ago, and then 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, and 10 days. So she's increasing a little bit. She's got three shorts. Live streams those where she really shines.
Yeah, the personality just comes straight through, for
It
sure.
really does.
Yeah.
And she's wonderful people. Des, thank you for being my friend. And if you see this, I hope you do. If you don't, that's okay. Of course, you won't know if I said that anyhow. And she's, shouting out other folks here. Rockstar, Stone Wolf Outdoors, Rebecca Touch by Yarn, just doing our best. Devil Dog. Um, she's very supportive. Little Ridge Farm. If hey, she's got 238 subscribers. I'd say that she's another golden opportunity. Uh, Another golden
Yeah, for sure.
opportunity to get to know folks. Let's see. On her about page says this channel is mostly of lives and hanging out with a few videos of this and that. Come and sit a spell, meet others, and make new friends. We do a lot of chatting and laughing. This is for 18 and over. If I could do 21 and over, I would. LOL. I'm a viewer of many channels who lives in Florida. I do. I follow channels that have that has to do with homesteading, building, people who react to music videos through the decades, traveling, van lifers, backwoods trekking and camping, thrifters and flea market adventures, haulers of items from different stores who decorate or craft, and a few just like to chat. I'm not crafty, musically inclined, or have a yard. Um, what you see is what you get. I'm a disabled mother who is being taken care of by my adult kids who live with me. I've gone through a lot of bad and some good, but I still keep on ticking. And like I said, I think very highly of Des. I know, you know, you do as well. But she's a
Oh
golden
yeah,
opportunity to get to know somebody that's a quality person.
for sure. And if you haven't subscribed to Des, you're definitely missing out because she puts a smile on everyone's face as well.
She really does.
Oh, with personality, she's always upbeat, always upbeat. Even when she seems to be, or she had her car flat tire or whatever the other month,
Mhm.
it was upbeat about, oh, I can fix it. We can get it done like this, and we can get it fixed like that. And it was never the glass half empty. It was always the glass half full. So yeah, lovely person, and yeah, I'm glad I've got to know her over the last year or so.
This next one has a really interesting name.
It certainly does. Yeah, the band's called Love Child, and that's taken out of a Deep Purple song. I'm pretty sure. So it's a band based in Sydney. As you see all these videos here, I guarantee you I've made probably 90% of what you see on their channel. I've been part of their sort of scene for so long. They've got two fabulous albums. Uh, Circus in Town is the first one, and the second album is A Whole Lot of Sassy. And then they've released about six singles as well. I think they've sort of come to a bit of a stop recently, and there might be a few band changes. I'm not sure what's going on there, but Dennis there, you see the guitarist there with the long hair.
Yeah.
He he goes to Nashville. His daughter is actually living in Nashville and playing and performing. Um, all good
So,
guys. You could meet four lovely guys. The band there. I've been good friends of theirs for years. And how I got to know these guys was a good story. How we're in a radio station, and Andy from the Odd Collective ALT, that band, he
yeah.
said he called us up and said, "Hey, there's a Sydney band called Love Child. Would you like to interview them?" And we said, "Yeah." And then they said, "Would you like to?" They could come up, and it was like 200 miles away. And he said, "Yeah, if they want to come up, we'll interview them." Well, they come up with their first album, and we played the full album. We were only going to play one or two songs, and everyone was having so much fun. We just kept playing the song after song after song, and you really don't do that on radio. You really
Yeah.
play one maybe two songs of a certain act. But
Hmm.
yeah, we played the whole album, and we've become good friends ever since. So yeah, yeah, Love Child. The very if you Google Love Child, you get Diana Ross and all that stuff.
Yeah.
There's there's even a TV show out in Australia called that as well. So yeah, usually Love Child band pops up, but yeah, Love Child at Love Child Australia.
Yeah. And we'll have a link to them in the description so that they'll have access to checking them out. I mean, you can go through and just search for them, or you can go through and just click in the description. Some folks may be on their phones and have trouble accessing the description. I don't know. I don't hardly ever use my phone for this type of thing.
They're one of the bands that when you sort of hear a band for the first time and you go, and it just clicks with you. Like the music generates, and you just go, "Wow, I just really get into this sort of new music," and then you're into it that much, and then you want more. So then you say, "When's your next song's coming out?" And then they used to feed me all their music that wasn't released, and I used to have I've got that much content from them guys. I've got acoustic tracks that have never been released. I could put out one of those funny albums that you see people putting out for bands. I've got that much content of them guys. But I'm very passionate about that band, and they're around 600 odd subs. It'd be great to. Dennis, who sort of runs the band, he was sort of hoping to get to 1,000. That was last year, but
right now they're at 623, and I expect it tends to be for most people, even if you are a rock star, I guess sometimes it can take a little while to get to take off, I guess.
See, with music, sorry, Gary, but with music, your record, if you've got a record label, the record label will release your music under the record label's channel, and you don't get that as your view, or your even the revenue goes to the record label before you get your slice of it. So when they do their own stuff now, it's going out to them, and they got the blue tick mark, which for music is for revenue, so they're doing well there. But great guys. If you like sort of music that sort of sounds like it's like a Black Crowes meet Led Zeppelin sort of a sound, but with a modern twist. It's sort of that's probably the best way to describe it.
Very cool. Well, one thing I do think is interesting here is that Jonesy has brought several people to the front, the rock stars, bands that you can get to know up front, because hey, right now they've got a lot of their content, I reckon, is being produced by the radio star, by their record labels, and now you get to know them personally, though, and I'm sure that they're a lot more likely to respond to an early supporter than when they ain't got time to.
Yeah, they call them now, like if you get someone who follows a band and they contact you maybe once, maybe twice, they get like a classed as they call it a super supporter. So when someone who's continually sort of chatting with the band or buying a product, or they get like, now the bands of giving that super supporter more time, instead of in the past, bands would just here's another. But now it's so hard in the music scene. The super supporters, which is what they call them now, are getting what else would you like? We'll throw in a few guitar picks and a few things as well. But it's an interesting game, the old music scene. But I love it, as you probably can tell. And
I can.
Yes. There's so many good bands out there. I could have picked. I could do one of these and go 50 bands to follow. If you like blues, these are the guys for you. If you like funk and soul, these are the guys. Maybe that's an idea. Maybe I could do that.
That sounds like an idea to me.
Yeah, on the ARI channel, maybe. But,
put out a video of 50 bands to watch, or 50 bands upcomers, or I don't know what you title it, but it sounds like a good idea to me.
I think we created a monster there, Gary.
I hear you.
Old belt loop.
Well, I'm gonna holler out my next one. This fella, Al Chafe, my backstep. Quality people from the word, from the get go. And Al has, I've seen him grow. He's already, I'm pretty sure he's getting really, has he hit his 4,000 or I know his hours are on up there. His subscribers have been climbing. When I first saw him, I think he was in the 200s.
Yeah, and I remember he was, me and him were awfully close at one stage. And now he's accelerated away.
But you see, I mean, he's got that beard, you know.
He certainly has. And the cold weather to go with it.
Yeah, up there in Canada. He's got a buy me a coffee thing.
Yeah, don't say Canada, say Newfoundland.
Newfoundland, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
And co-founders of the Camp Challenge Alliance, Expeditionary Johnny. That must, I know that's, you know, good buddies with you. I love Expeditionary Johnny. He's good people. But,
good
you know, but we won't get into that whole Batman thing right now.
No, best not to. We'll leave that for another channel. I think we could do a show about that.
We could. And Tony and Danny and Johnny, good people, all quality channels, friends of Al. And let's see. Let's take a look at some.
Yeah, he's pushing hard to get over that last little hurdle. So it'd be good to see if anybody out there hasn't connected with Al to do yourself a favor, as someone used to say over here, and get to know the man.
He's had a bunch of, you know, shout outs on his a lot of folks, good quality people, and one or two that I don't know. I'll have
do you see the start of his videos where he sweeps the leaves away and it shows you the sticks? Yeah, that gave me the inspiration to do the water one, where I went down the beach and the waves wash over and then they wash away, and it's your name's in the sand.
Yeah, I saw that.
I got the inspiration from Al.
That is pretty cool. You know, I came across him in either the first or second live stream that I ever went to, and he was over on Dave's channel, Dave Collier.
Yeah.
And now he's pretty prolific with his live streaming as well.
Well, we're working out how I arrived in the community over here. Is that I was following Johnny, Expeditionary Johnny, or the Barefoot Johnny, a long time ago, and then I went to the lives with Dave Collier, and then from there with Expeditionary Johnny, and then Al Chafe, and that's how I arrived in this sort of neck of the woods. Yeah, we were talking about that the other day.
Well, it's always a topic for discussion. In fact, I was looking somebody up, you know, just the other day. You know, me and Devil Dog tend to be a little bit competitive with, you know, with some things.
Yeah, certainly do. Yeah.
And in fact, I was looking up who was it? Barbecue Rockstar, I think it was. He subscribed to me 6 days before, or 6 or 8 days before Devil Dog. So we always try to figure out how things happen. Love of the outdoors keeps me making these videos. I'm no expert by no means, but hey, it's all about the fun of getting out and enjoying nature, building some stuff, and really just playing in the woods. Be safe and have fun. For anybody who wants to support my channel's Gear Up Fund, link below. And also I have PayPal and Spring Merch Store and Buy Me a Coffee Fund. My email for that personal touch. So he's even got his emails in there. Ways to send me something. You know, he's got his address down there, up there in Canada, Newfoundland. Keep in mind that if you're outside Canada and wanted to send me a knife or something, some of that customs will probably take it. I found this out the hard way. Thanks again. I try to keep my channel as family friendly and drama free as possible. Be respectful and kind to everybody you meet. It goes a a lot further than you might think. Thanks for watching and support. I support you. I appreciate all of you. But he's, he's like I said, he's been growing a lot lately. He did that one chip challenge.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't forget that. Where he started, hey, I got some blood in my mouth, and
hey, that was impressive. The way he had that and still didn't drink, for that 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think he had a glass. He had a bit of water, which probably doesn't do you no good with the hot chip challenge anyway. I think it's like milk or ice cream or stuff that you really need.
Yeah,
and I think Devil Dog talked me into just check it out, mate. There could be something bad happening, but I think his gums just started to bleed. He was saying.
Yeah, probably so.
Which is
he did get a little, just a swig of water to rinse out his mouth.
Yeah. Yes, they were fun. That was a fun live to watch. I think Johnny was on that as well. I think he was the first one to tap. Was it? No, it was
BC Jervs.
BC Jervs. Yeah, he tapped real quick. Yeah,
he did.
Johnny. Yeah.
BC Jervs looked like me.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. Trust me, BC Jervs has got more than I've got. I wouldn't have done it.
Hey, he gave it a brave shot.
He sure did.
At 1.7, no, I think it may have been 2.0 or 2.2 million. I don't know. It was quite a few Scovilles.
Yeah. Actually, that live is probably one of his biggest watched, I'd reckon.
I wouldn't be surprised.
They promoted the living everything out of that to get everyone to watch, and then when it did kick off, he had I forget the numbers, but it was massive.
Yeah,
that were watching it. But,
well, he's good people.
Oh, great guy. Yeah, great guy, and being so close, being in those 800 odds now, he's only a short skip and a jump from getting to the monetization. So, and that's everyone strives for it. So good luck to him. I hope he finds a few more out of the shout out and he gets a step closer.
Well, I hope that the shout out helps him, and he's a member of my channel. He's good people, and I've been watching him longer than a lot of the folks I've been watching. Are you ready for? Let's see. I think this is your last one for the video, isn't it?
Yeah, for Celine.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a young lady I've been following for a long time, even before I was a creator. So, and I got to know her at the early part of her creating videos, and she's improved like leaps and bounds with her videos. So Celine Ferocious is her name, which is unusual. She's a clarinet player or a bass clarinet player, so she does a lot of those orchestra gigs, and that's sort of why I started following her. And she's a courier as well, so she was driving around all parts of is it Boston? I know it snows a lot wherever she is, and it was just nice to see the area, and for me it was just interesting to watch a musician and what she gets up to day, and as a vlogger, which is different style from just putting out videos. Like there'd be everything in there from the housework to going to work to doing a delivery to doing band practice and she's just a fabulous personality as well. She actually took a month off after Christmas, and she just said, look, I'm going to take some time off, and she's only just come back. So she's around the 840 mark, I think.
842.
Yeah, she's a fabulous personality once you get to know her. Very upbeat person as well. So and a very skillful musician, and she's only recently married too. So congratulations to Celine. It's yeah, she's just if you want some fun in your life, and you know you've got your 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever her videos go for, spare, you just put her video on, and you always get a smile. You hear some classical music, uh, which is fabulous. You know, like the clarinet mightn't be the instrument you'd think I would enjoy, but it really is a skill and an art to be in those Windwood bands.
Love
And
her banner.
oh yeah, yeah, she's picked up her from where I first met her to now, it's leaps and bounds. And her content could be even on a one of the pay TV channels now. Like she's got editing. Like I used to comment to her, "Oh, I love the editing on this and that," like a long time ago when she was changing and upskilling.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't even bother telling her now because she's fantastic. So yeah, very very nice person, nice personality. Um, and if you know anyone in the music scene, you know how hard it is to make a dollar. So just watching her do her thing. Look, there's a wedding blog there. So that was 5 months ago. Um, yeah, she's toured different countries with orchestras, and she's been on theatre productions, which she's not allowed to social media any of that, but which you do get behind the scenes of behind the scenes. So she doesn't actually vlog the theatre itself, but she vlogs where she is and what she's doing. And a very fun person, a fantastic channel, and I'd highly recommend. And out of the 5 I've brought to the table, she's the only American I've brought up. So there you go. I really I could have brought up hundreds. You know, like there's so many good people out there, and to there's
They really are. And
oh man,
sometimes it's very hard to find them.
yeah, for sure. But and like if you comment on one of her videos, and she replies, and it's like it's just lovely that someone's so busy with a fantastic channel, even though she's almost she's what 840s.
842.
Yeah, I'll give her another few months. I reckon she'd be there.
Yeah.
And she's got that much content out. I reckon she's already got her hours up. But
Let me see. I can look up, see Celine Ferocious. Let me see if I can look her up on Social Blade.
yeah, so like, and these are the ones that I used to go to a long time ago before I was, part of any communities, part of any. These were just the fun ones I used to get. Like I've got a list of channels I watch religiously, and she's one of them.
You know, fun fact about her, she started her channel in February of 2020, which is right before the Kofifi thing started.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I almost forgot. I almost forgot. I do have one more I'm going to shout out.
Awesome.
I don't. Well, which brings me to another. Brings me back to this. We started the show pointing out the fact that the Tasmanian devil here, is one of the reasons why I did it is because you in Tasmania, and
Yep.
the other reason why I did it because my other shout out, Devil Dog. Most people that know, in fact, I can't imagine anybody not knowing me that doesn't know Devil Dog. Devil Dog is, man,
Well,
he's partner.
There might be some people that are on here because I'm here and don't usually come to the community. So, yeah, Devil Dog is definitely one person you should get to know.
Devil Dog works as hard as anybody I know.
Oh yeah.
He's always trying to help folks, and he's as generous a person. He'd get mad at me for saying that. I'm sure he's got some Boston Terriers, and in fact, we happen to be the recipients of one of his. In fact, we got pick of the litter, and we chose Nicole, and she is awesome. And he's always shouting folks out. Rustic Outdoors, I'll chafe my back step. Good Times Homestead with Steve or with Jen and Steve. CFM Rocks Music, CFM's Queen. Baker, Drunken Chef. I mean, the list just keeps going on and on. He's always doing something for somebody.
Yeah. So even Baker, he's an interesting channel. I like his channel as well. Like, Peterson's Farms in Nashville. He's another one I usually go to. But like Devil Dog is definitely one of those channels that you get sort of to know him through the lives, and then you get to see all the people that he helps and assists with lives, and then he's even helped me, like stayed back and come over and he's helped me fix the different things for my lives as well. The old what we call the night bite. He's got that working for me.
Yeah, he does. He helps a lot of people with Nightbot. He helps a lot of people with StreamYard. Helps a lot of people with YouTube. Helps a lot of people with OBS. Helps a lot of people. And he's got membership going on. The fact is, he even when he knew. And by the way, he's got a store. If you're interested in getting merchandise, it's all Devil Dog's fault. It's his new line. But he got all sorts of things. He's from Texas. He's good people, and God bless Texas. And on his about page, hey y'all, this channel is going to be a variety of things. I got out of the Marine Corps in 1993 and was a volunteer firefighter for 2 years. I enjoy playing Call of Duty, but I'm not good at it. I can attest to that. No, I'm just playing. And do things around the house. I enjoy fishing, outdoor adventures, animals, natures, knives, and a bunch of other activities. I'm a huge Texans fan, Astros and Rockets. Hope to see y'all, I hope y'all enjoy whatever I post. Semper Fi. Got his phone number down there. He got his email address and his physical address. One thing about Devil Dog that I will say, and I often encourage folks to do, is to, if you have a small channel and you're interested in getting your name out there, getting your face out there, getting your channel name out there, one of the best things you can do is look at his membership. There's a lot of ways to spend money that I don't think are very effective. I'll be honest with you. I don't think those stickers do. And it's just my personal opinion, but I don't think the stickers do everything a lot of folks think they do. But I know Devil Dog helps people, get people in touch with some stickers. But he also works with them, helping them with their graphics. He goes through and he's done commercials for people. He's done, he's always doing shout outs, supporting people. And granted, he does that for a lot of folks. And he'll never see dime one out of it. But he also, he gives priority to those individuals that are, members of his channel. And, hey, it's always a good thing to have, somebody like that on your side.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm proud to say I'm a member of his channel as well, and it doesn't matter wherever he's live. I could be home from work because of the time differences, and then there's a replay of some live that he's in, and you turn the live on, and you see my channel name coming up all the time, and you go, "Wow, that's good advertising."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Looks like we did all this just in time because it's
right at 1 hour.
Oh, well, I've enjoyed it. Some
I
good
have too.
channels there.
Want to thank everybody for coming in. If you've come in, now don't forget, if you're not hooked up with Radio Jonesy, by the way, or Australian radio, Australian Radio TV Indie, right?
Indie
ARI
TV. Yeah.
TV.
Australian Radio Indie TV is the other one. And yeah, I'm still creating another couple of channels, but we won't worry about them at the
Are you
moment.
sure?
Well, if you want to sit at the beach for an hour, Tasmania ASMR, I've got some beach videos, which one's just finished crunching right now, which is good news. It's been doing that all day. But yeah. So I take some cameras down to a beach and just chill out there for an hour and just film the beach and let the audio, the seagulls, the waves. Yeah, but that's my new little channel that I actually I relax doing that channel. That's a relaxing thing for me.
There we go. Well, I'm a member of about 4 of your channels, I reckon.
Well, the gardening one's going to start growing soon.
Well, if there's one I don't know about, you need to send me a link to it so I can hook up. I need to beat Devil Dog on subscribing to you.
There's another one. There's another one with just shorts, but we'll worry about that later.
All right, you send me a link. Don't send one to Devil Dog though. Not yet. I need at least 1 week being subscribed to you before he does. So,
Okie dokie.
You may even have to create a channel so that I can be, first subscriber. I don't know. Just thinking out loud here. All right. Thank you. Hey, the links will be in the description for every one of these channels. Please check them out. I'm not saying that, that you have to connect with anybody. What I'm saying is that these are wonderful people, and there's a lot of channels you could subscribe to that you won't get near the enjoyment, or I'm sure the satisfaction of getting to know them as much. So thank y'all for your time. Jonesy, thank you for coming in.
No, thank you. I've enjoyed it.
I have too. Always do. But thank y'all. We're going to end in 3, 2, 1.